Initiated. You should already know what this is. And for those of you that aren't, just chill. See, we're gonna get down to the other stuff here in a second. But what I'm always trying to get everybody to understand is everything is vibration. So, before we do anything else, just vibe.
This is crazy. This is crazy.
Perfect. Just vibe. Everything is vibration. Make sure you hit the like button as you come in the door. Because in doing so, you're helping us expand the platform. See, it's not about ego. It's about algorithm. This just helps us expand the platform. That way, if you're not trying to hear what I'm trying to say, at least we can get out to the next motherfucker who is. Fire. What's up, Amber? Help me 100. How are you doing? It's hump day. So I'm gonna take just a few minutes to let a few more people trickle in, but then I'm gonna open the floor up. Just fine. It's that moon in Cancer, it's Venus in Scorpio. Just let that vibe seep in. Everything is vibration. Just vibe. Now the moon is trying to Saturn, so there is some heavy emotions out here. Just vibe. Mars is trying to Saturn. Now, I'm not going to go in depth as far as the transits go. I'm going to tell you where everything is placed. I might speak on the aspects real quick, but I'm not going to give an interpretation of every placement like we do every other day. No, I'm going to tell you where everything is. I'm going to give you some quick insight into the aspects. But then after that, I'm going to open the floor up. I'm here for you today. I'm here to share my gift. So we're going to be answering questions today. Anything that you want to know about astrology or numerology or anything else that helps you understand yourself or energy or relationships better, this is your chance. Just make sure you're respectful of my energy. That means make sure you hit the like button, make sure you subscribe. Make sure you hit the bell icon so you can be notified when I drop some new shit. Drop super stickers, super thanks, super chats. Let me know you fuck with me the same that I'm fucking with you. You get it? Yeah. Now, if you haven't smiled yet today, now would be the perfect time to do so. And if you can't find a smile for yourself, please allow me to be the smile on your face. Because at the end of the day, all I am is the smile on your face. All I am is the motherfucking vibe. Yeah, man. Hold up, let me get back to the music real fast. I done scraped away from the music, bro. Let's go there.
This is crazy.
What's up, Mr. Chris Matthews? Perfect. You crazy. Bitch is a vibe, I tell you that. Just let it seep in. That hate out your heart. It serves no purpose here. Now, let me put you up a little game. Since some of y'all are acting brand new. Look, this is priceless knowledge of self. I'm here to help you obtain knowledge of self. You understand? We are the Vibe Tribe. There are thousands of us all over the world. That means we're not thirsty for subscribers. We're not hungry for attention. No, we're here to raise this vibration with knowledge and information. So we're going to talk about astrology and numerology and all types of stuff that helps you understand yourself better, but thus raise that vibration. So if it ain't for you, swipe up, bitch. You hear me? Just swipe up. Because if you don't, as soon as you come in on some troll shit or some fuck shit, either myself or one of my constituents, meaning my moderators, are gonna ban you immediately. I'm talking about exile you expeditiously. And it's not out of hate. No, this is out of love. See, we have a vibration to maintain. And so if you exclude yourself from that, you did it to you. You'll be able to observe, but you just won't be able to be a part of this. Plain and simple. Now, thank you for running up those views and getting that engagement in. YouTube pays for that too. But don't play yourself. You hear me? So we're going to vibe just a few more minutes. And then we're going to get into what's going on cosmically. You did. We have to establish those boundaries.
Perfect.
Shout out to Beats by Bless Zone Out Music. He's the curator of this vibe. I'm the creator, he's the curator. Hit the motherfucking like button. All right. We just got started. There will be a lot more. You might need to go hit that channel tab and see how many subscribers there are. See how many views we get per live. And then shut your dumb ass up. You hear me? You'll be all right. Run them views up. Yeah, I know. Now let's talk about what's going on cosmically. Because the sun is sitting at 3 degrees of Libra. And the sun is conjunct to the black moon Lilith and the south node. So basically, people are a little too tolerant. And people are going to be so focused on their relationship sometimes that they might not be acting in their own personal best interest. All right. So you so caught up in other people's opinion and how you appear that you can be forgetting what it's really about. All right. And don't let your indecisiveness get the best of you. And don't get caught out here looking tender. Yeah, I know. You know what else is corny? Not being able to spell. Now, the moon. The moon is sitting at 14 degrees of Cancer, but the moon is conjunct to Mars and trine to Saturn. So there's some heavy emotions out here. People be feeling some type of way. Don't get it fucked up. And then as somebody else said just now, you could also look at that as far as Mars being trine to Saturn, and you can look at that hurricane that's formulating. But yeah, with Mars conjunct to, with the moon conjunct to Mars and trine to Saturn, oh, them feelings. Them feelings can be a motherfucker right now. But what you gonna do with them? You don't have no choice but to express it. And when people are feeling some type of way, they're gonna speak up on things that they might not normally speak up on. And that can be a good thing and a bad thing, because now you acting out of emotion. I had somebody hit me up today out of emotion. You in your feelings. And that's all right. You're entitled to such. But I'm also entitled to mine and my reaction to yours. Now, with the moon trine to Saturn, that right there can be, in its own way, some sadness, or at the very least, just some sensitivities that you really need to explore in that moment. You might even be forced to do such. But more than anything else, that gives you a chance to deal with things and process things healthily. And it's an automatic process. It's going to do it naturally on its own. So yeah, there's that. Now, Mercury. Mercury is now sitting at 29 degrees of Virgo. So by this time tomorrow, we'll be with Mercury and Libra. So today people are going to be hypercritical, super analytical, maybe even a little too technical. And people are going to be picking situations apart. They're going to be picking other people apart. And that's great if you need something to work on. But it can be fucked up if you're stressing yourself out over some details that you really have no control over. Or it can be fucked up to the effect that you're so entangled in the minutia that the situation is decaying around you and there's nothing that you can do about it. So yeah. Oh man. It's gonna be one of them days. That's all right. I love this. Now, as far as the strain of weed I'm smoking, this is called San Fernando Valley OG. So it's basically an OG Kush, but it's San Fernando Valley OG. It's pretty good. Now, back to regular scheduled programming. Mercury is trine to Uranus and Pluto, so there's this grand trine coming on, but it starts in the mind because this is Mercury. And so if you're taking a procedural approach to life and you're staying calm, you might actually come into a very productive or maybe even lucrative result with Mercury trine to Uranus. All right, because whether people know this or not, Uranus or Uranus or Uranus, it's actually the higher octave of Mercury. And so what you end up seeing with this here is, this is where if you're just paying attention to things and you're taking care of things little by little and you're staying calm, you could actually see some brilliance emerge in some area. And with this being Earth, that actually parlays out into actual results. It parlays out into actual results, real life results, baby. Now, hold up. With Mercury trine to Pluto, that's deep thinking. That's thinking rationally. This is Virgo and Capricorn now. This is you having a realistic mindset, having realistic expectations, even if it is a little depressing or it seems limiting to other people from the outside looking in. But the fact of the matter is, with this right here, you're able to really look at things from a real perspective, and that allows you to operate accordingly, which gives you a chance to really grind out some important stuff here. That actually gives you the opportunity for amazing results in its own right. You dig? That's the truth of it. Now, yeah, I know. You see that hate in your heart? You feel that? That's that fuck part inside of yourself that just can't understand, just can't get it. So I'm gonna help you. Oh, hold on. My bad. Now, just fine. Let's talk about Venus, because Venus is now sitting at 3 degrees of Scorpio, but it's largely unaspected. This just means more than anything else, your feelings around other people or centered towards other people are going to be more intense. You're going to really be into people, or you're going to have some hate. But this can also kind of bring your insecurities to the light. So people who have trust issues, this is where those are going to get a lot more intense than usual. And those trust issues can create toxic situations. You hear me? And this is where it's going to be harder for people to be vulnerable. That's the truth of it. But people can love and hate with extremes right now with this. They're gonna love and hate with extremes. So what you gonna do? Yeah, I know. Hit that like button if you haven't hit that like button yet. And then that brings us to Mars. Mars is sitting at 12 degrees of Cancer. And Mars is trine to Saturn. And so this is Mars in Cancer trine to Saturn in Pisces. And so those feelings, they can get in the way of progress right now. You can be idealizing something that went on previously, and that can be slowing you down and moving forward progressively. And that doesn't help anybody. It's okay to reminisce, but you don't want to wallow. All right, and don't idealize shit from the past. because there's certain stuff that really bothers us right now because we're sensitive to so much that it makes us start to think of the way things used to be. And then we start to idealize that because we're also idealizing how bad things are now. So yeah, what you gonna do with it? Now, just fine. Sammy Boyo said he's Diddy's talent manager. That's what's up. Yep. I wonder what you had to do to get that job. I wonder what you had to do to get that job. Now, this next brings us to Jupiter. And Jupiter's at 21 degrees of Gemini. But I will say this. With Jupiter, Jupiter has stationed, as I said before, and Jupiter will station retrograde on October 9th. So for right now, Jupiter has what I would call stalled. That's what we say in station, or some would call the pre-retrograde shadow phase. And that means it's slowing down. Now, with this being Gemini, that's where things get tricky. This is where shit gets messy. The energy becomes more mischievous. Yeah, very mischievous. Can you handle that? Can you handle it? Hit the like button if you haven't hit the like button yet. Hit the super sticker, the super thanks, or the super chat. You'll be all right, I promise. Just fine. Now, that next brings us to Saturn. And Saturn is sitting at Saturn is sitting at 14 degrees of Pisces. And so with Saturn sitting here at 14 degrees of Pisces, this is just giving you a chance to put things in your life into perspective, whatever problems you have. Whether it's emotional issues, whether it's anxiety, whether it's fear, whether it's addiction, whether it's resentment, whatever this is you have going on inside of you, this is the perfect time for you to really take a look at that. You feel me? Really give yourself the chance to put things into perspective. And that way, when you get this feeling again, you know what it is and you identify with it, and thus you can start moving forward progressively through processing it. But it ain't gonna be easy. Not at all. No. Let's talk about Uranus, because Uranus is at 27 degrees of Taurus. Now, Uranus is sextile to Neptune and trine to Pluto. And so this is really, really revolving around the situation that we have going on globally, and specifically for us in America, politically. See, this process right here is a process of change. A sextile always involves synthesis. A trine is automatic, but a sextile takes some synthesis. You got to work with it. There's a choice involved. And so all of that is cool. But this is giving us a chance to make some changes. Now, the problem is this is influencing people in different ways, and this is retrograde. So people's worries about the financial situation is influencing their decision-making process and might even be confusing their morals or making them act outside of what they expect morally. Now, the interesting thing is money is also completely influential on the culture. People are willing to accept things that they normally wouldn't accept, and even do things that they normally wouldn't do because they see that it's actually lucrative for other people. You hear me? So they really influence each other in a synthesizing way. Now, when you see this being trined with Pluto, this is what forces changes. Right now, it's the discontent that forces changes because this is an Earth trine and it's Pluto retrograde in Capricorn at that 29th degree. And so ultimately, people are really disenchanted with life. When you look at Neptune being sextile to Pluto, and Neptune being in Pisces, and Pluto being in Capricorn, but it being at 29th degree, yeah, there's some disenchantment that comes with that. There's some discontent that grows with that energy. Maybe even some depression. And so people who are discontent with the way things are ran, specifically, because Capricorn is administrative. When people are fucked up with that, that's the type of frustration that breeds change. For better or for worse. And there's a good possibility that what we choose to do is going to be simply destructive first. It's going to be simply destructive. But eventually we're going to come into a process that's going to be healing for everybody. But this ain't going to be automatic. It ain't going to be easy. So yeah. It's vibe. Now, hit the fucking like button right now. Oh, I love this vibe too right here. Watch how that vibe kicks in. This is a process of change. Hold up. Just a second. I gotta fix this. I fucked my speaker up. Did it die? What in Jesus' name just happened? That just fucked up the whole vibe, man. I don't know what just happened with the speaker. I gotta turn the speaker back on, y'all. Hold on, so. I don't know what the fuck just happened.
Power on.
Power on.
Bluetooth pairing.
There we go.
Bluetooth connected.
It's never done that before. We're gonna blame it on something. Now let's get back to the vibe. Let that seep in. Now Neptune. Neptune is at 28 degrees of Pisces. And I'm not going to get into a whole interpretation, but let's just look at the fact that we live in a copycat culture. And real ain't even real no more. The reality that we're experiencing is not even the base reality. And I don't even know how to explain that, but it's true. It used to be, you can't trust anything you hear and only half of what you see, but now you can't trust nothing. No. Everything is projection. We develop expectations off of projections, which instead confuses reality. That's the truth of it. So what can you trust? Look at this as being Pisces energy. The only thing you can trust is how you feel, because that's the only thing that's real. What you see, that's a projection. What you hearing, projection. What you yourself are doing is projection into expectations. Hit the fucking like button if you haven't hit the like button yet before I get mad and go home. See, what's real and what's right, that's not half as important as what's trending and what's accepted. See, spirituality has become a fad, so much so that it's no longer spirituality. That's just a brand. I see so many people say, well, spiritual leaders are this, and if you're, no, just because you're into astrology doesn't make you a fucking spiritual leader. Don't get that twisted. People forget that spirituality is an inner journey. It's about what's going on inside of you. But we all become too externally influenced because we're sensitive to that. Nobody wants to be who they are. They want to project themselves into a specific title. And then even you yourself, you have developed different versions of yourself without even noticing it. Who you are to your family is not the exact same person you are to your social media presence. And then some of us have several different social media presences. Do you feel me? Some people have a Twitch, a Twitter, or an X, Instagram, Facebook. Then you have the bullshit ass projections that you put into dating profiles if you do those. And so people are going to experience you as being different characters through their experience that they're gaining of you. And then you also have to look at if you have children. There's also a whole different character that you represent to your children. There's your partner, but there's also the expectations that your partner has of you. Oh, what a tangled web we weave. You hear me? It's a very tangled web we're weaving here. And so what you have to trust is how you feel out of every situation. You have to let that inner compass be your guide. As I've said a million times, this is about trusting that main line to the divine that resides inside. It's in you. All the rest of this shit is just on you. But you can't let projections own you. What you have to do is let your experiences hone you. Yeah. Are my glasses dirty? Thank you for telling me. That would be great. So you didn't know I was this handsome under them glasses. Fucked up teeth and all. You didn't know I was killing the game up under here. Thank you for telling me, though. Anyway, just vibe. That's Neptune and Pisces. And Neptune is sextile to Pluto. So these confusions are really, and these delusions, these expectations, these projections, these fallacies. This is actually something that's influencing our choice of the powers that be. See, this is why right around election time here in the United States, Pluto dipped back into Capricorn for this whole election process. Pluto will go back into Aquarius on November 15th, but the election is November 5th. And so all of us are getting caught up in what these projections of these individuals are. And that influences some people's decision-making processes. For better or for worse. No matter who you choose. See, people have a misguided perception of who Donald Trump is, and people have a misguided perception of who Kamala Harris is. And it's not something that's universal. Everybody has their own opinion of each one of them. But ultimately, that's still an idealized version of who they are and what they're capable of. Electing Kamala Harris as president isn't going to protect us from Donald Trump. Because Donald Trump is just a voice. It's his followers that are dangerous.
This is crazy.
I don't think you hear me, though. And then Kamala Harris. Electing Donald Trump is not going to immediately save us from Kamala Harris's agenda or her ineptitude. Because her ineptitude is a projection in itself, because she is the vice president, and so many of us have forgotten that. She's not the president, she is the vice president. She does what the fuck she's told. She goes where the fuck she's told to go and says what the fuck she's told to said. That's the truth. So when you call Kamala Harris the border czar, she's just sending where Joe Biden told her to go, and she's only allowed to say what she's allowed to say. Plain and simple. The President of the United States does not control grocery prices. No matter which candidate says that, that's the truth. Nor gas prices. That's the trio. The market. And also the dates. And also what's going on is what's for this. And then if you want to talk about as far as oil fields, you know why there's so many earthquakes all over America now and all over Texas? Because of fracking. If you don't know what fracking is, for those of us that have worked in the oil industry, fracking is setting up an oil rig that goes under the ground and moves laterally. Instead of drilling right there, it moves laterally until it finds oil. So they're going up under the tectonic plates or through the plates of the earth, and they're just breaking things up, going searching for resources. And in this case, oil. And so as they do this, that actually fucks up the earth's crust. That's the truth. And us as people have just developed idealized versions of what this is that goes on. Even the president, when you talk about the president, they said this is the most powerful person in the world. Not really. Not anymore. America is one, not the superpower that it once was. That's the truth of the matter. No matter how we want to look at it, and Donald Trump being president for 4 years cannot restore that. Donald Trump being president, and he can only be president for 4 more years unless he does something unconstitutionally and somehow implements that he can be longer, which he has threatened to do. Threatened to jail his political enemies. He has said, if I have my way, we won't have to vote ever again. I'm going to send everybody sneakers and we'll never have to vote again. And so you tell that he's one, inciting mistrust in the election process just in case he loses. That is a manipulation. All right. That's what he does right off the rip, is say, hey, this was rigged, and
And I'm just telling you that I don't even know what color she is, but Kamala Harris is not going to do anything. She's dumb. She's dumb. She's a moron. She could never be as smart as me. Her crowds would never be as big as mine. And they've tried to kill me twice. They've tried to take your president out. They're trying to take your president out. And he's already calling himself the president. You get what I'm saying? And that's well within his right to do because he has been president before. But I want you to understand unless he does something unconstitutionally, there is only a scope to his power. And then even as the president of the United States, no matter who is president, whatever they try to enact has to be accepted by Congress. There are checks and balances. And so a president can write up a bill, but Congress has to accept it. And when you have a Republican president and a democratically majority Congress, or vice versa, a Democratic president or a Republican majority Congress, it's hard for them to push anything through. So it's going to seem like the powers that be are incredibly inept, but it's just because they're facing resistance on Capitol Hill. And some of us that took government classes in school and actually paid attention understand that fully. In this political process, both of these candidates make fucking promises that they themselves cannot deliver. Kamala Harris, she talks around a lot of the issues. She's a great speaker and she has a lot of spunk and charisma in her way. But also, she just talks around issues. I'm going to look at things objectively. She talks around issues. She attacks him. Her campaign is about attacking Trump as a prosecutor. That's what she is. And Donald Trump's always about attacking everybody and saying the things that people are afraid to say. That's why people get behind Donald Trump, because he says the stuff that people want to say, but they feel like it's not going to be accepted, but he's empowered and he says it. And a man who has no fear of the impact of his words is a dangerous individual. And so we're in a situation where it's not going to be something that's going to be fixed overnight. This is what's happening. So you have to hold yourself accountable for your decisions. That's where we come into Chiron here. Chiron is at 22 degrees of Aries. Look at this. You got to be responsible for what the fuck you're trying to do. And see what's going on in your life. What's up, John? What's up to all of Uganda? Now, just understand Chiron in Aries is going to be an awareness, but sometimes it can be an uncomfortable awareness. There can be a certain amount of conflict that comes from something like that, but conflict is not something that should always be avoided. Sometimes you have to confront things in order for you to move forward from there. And it takes a certain awareness of who you are, what you're capable of, what the situation is for you to confront things healthily. So utilize that. And then with the North Node also being in Aries, you have to take an action-oriented approach to your life and to problem solving and to situations. And that's the best thing you can do for you. But I don't think you hear me, though. Hit the like button if you haven't hit the motherfucking like button yet before I get mad and go home. Please. Now, the Black Moon Lilith is at 9 degrees of Libra conjunct the South Node. So it's almost automatic to be caught up in everybody else's business. It's almost automatic to be really concerned about your relationship right now, even to the effect that it makes you act irrationally when it comes to your own personal issues. It's almost automatic for you to look at things objectively to a fault. That means you're looking at things from the outside, and that's your own life. And that's fine, but you also need to take an action-oriented approach to things. You can't get rid of the South Node's energy, and that's where a lot of astrologers get it fucked up. They say, you got to move away from the South Node. You can't get away from the South Node. It's natural. It's already a part of you. What you need to do is utilize that in order for you to help understand how you can get to your North Node expression. But you don't have to believe a word I just said. Damn, these glasses are pissing me off now. But yeah. Now, as far as the numerology of the day, we are in a 6 vibration today, but there's a 7 connotation. So you need to, I would say, stay home today. Take care of home today. You know, take some time to yourself at home today. Center yourself. Give yourself some time to think about things. Think about what's best for your family. I don't think you heard me though. Now, I think that's all I gotta say about that. The floor is now open for any questions that anybody has about astrology or numerology or anything else that helps you understand yourself or energy better. If you have any questions about compatibility or synastry, anything, I'm here for the next whoever knows how long. 2-3 hours. We're gonna be here vibing and shit. Beats by Let's Zone Out Music. Let's zone out. Just vibe. I see the trolls show themselves out. Hit the like button if you haven't hit the like button yet. We vibing. I'm here to answer any questions that you may have, but in the meantime, I'm vibing. Yeah. We're gonna be quiet today. We can be quiet too. Y'all been tripping here lately. I know some of y'all need to hit that super sticker, that super thanks, or that super chat or something. Like immediately, expeditiously. Your bitch is live, ain't it? That bitch has a mafioso vibe to it. This is also a vibe session. We're gonna answer questions, but this is also a vibe session. It's hump day. I'm here to keep it jumping. Thank you, help me 100. Everybody else follow accordingly. I need $2 from everybody. Just vibe. Now, while I'm at this, let me also take this opportunity to put y'all up on game to a dope-ass website called Blue Aliens. That's www.blu3aliens.com. You hear me? They got some awesome astrology shirts. They got some crystals. They got them THCA gummies that not only will keep you right, but they also will keep you legal in most places. All right? Once again, that's www.blu3aliens.com. You dig? And also, if you're on Facebook, go join Star. Yeah, you know who the fuck we are. That's the Society of Tarot and Astrology Readers. And there are thousands of us all over the world. And we have several different side groups that go along with that. Now, I have to warn you, this is a shitposting group. So you got to check your feelings at the door because they will get hurt. You will get roasted. And for those of us that have penises, I'm going to let you know. It is a goddess-driven community. So it's not a safe space for a man. They can't stand most males. It just so happens that I'm the king of it. All right? So if you come in and let them know you know me, I might be able to help you out, but I can't protect you. And it's not the place to assert your ego. There are several subgroups, whether it be Raising Stars, for those of us that are parents, whether it be Snack, the culinary experience, whether it be Spiritual Starlings, Stone Starlings. We have the Academy, which is a purely educational experience. I also have my personal group, Priceless Knowledge of Self, for a purely educational experience. They play a little bit, but not, and I'm trying to get that group back jumping off. I have a lot of members, but it's not as active as I want it to be. We need to have a lot more activity going on there. What else? Go check out Queen Machete and also Luis Machete Rossi. I think it's Machete Clan here on YouTube. And he is an amazing musician. He is he makes comics. He has a comic book. He has anime. He does anime. His own anime, and just an overall dope individual. And he really puts on for Puerto Rico. Queen Machete, which is his wife, Joali, or his girl, I don't know if they're married, but they have children together, though they have a family. But what I'm trying to say is she's an amazing astrocartomancer, tarotist, financial advisor. She's great with astrology in her own right. So check her out on YouTube, Patreon, and Instagram. All right. So yeah, there's that. I feel you, help me 100, but yeah. Men are welcome, they're just not going to be celebrated in Star. When it comes to Star, there's men there, but it's probably a 85 to 15 ratio. Maybe 90-10. And you're definitely welcome as long as you don't get to tripping. But if you start trying to assert your male ego, it's gonna be a problem. Help me 100. You said so. I have nothing from the last lunar eclipse that I noticed. Not particularly. Nope. Nothing prominent anyway. Not yet. It wasn't really affecting any of my personal placements though. But let me put this back in the chat though real fast. Hold on. There we go, my bad. Now, there's the website right there. Does anybody else have any more questions while we're vibing?
Marriage 3 months and only in 3 to 1. Any take? How did I treat you? Like a water buffalo?
Just vibe. Did I miss any more questions? Nope. Just fine. Sometimes silence is priceless. See, Beats by Bless on that music. You're not the only one that used that Joker laugh sample. You doing the best though, maybe. Now this vibe is live too. I like that R&B vibe. I'm fucking with that. Y'all have to say for the eclipse. Is there an eclipse coming back up? I'm supposed to be telling you that. I have to look. I bet there is, though. There to activate the nodal axis. Let me see. That bitch is jamming right there. October 2nd. Yeah, there's a solar eclipse October 2nd. I knew we had one coming up. What do y'all think they're doing with CERN? Or CERN, whatever you want to call it. The Large Hadron Collider. What do you think they're really doing with that? Because we've all developed this perception that they're opening portals or they're changing timelines. But what do you really think? That's a good question right there. What do you think they're doing with CERN?
Just vibe. No questions? If you have any questions, I'm here for anything about astrology or numerology or psychology or anything that helps you understand yourself and energy better. Even if it has to do with compatibility, insecurity, infidelity, intimacy, or anything else that makes you feel something intensely. We vibing. Just vibe. Because I'll sit here and vibe all day. I said this was a vibe session and a question and answer. Double A and Double A will be here soon, and Double A will ask some questions. The rest of y'all can play coy if you want to. This is priceless knowledge. You hear me? That's on you, bud. What's up, Tina Claire Marie? What does Mars opposite the North Node mean? It means you impulsively act against your best interest a lot of the time. It means when you act impulsively, it's usually not helping your situation. And it's natural to you. Like you act impulsively a lot, but sometimes you acting impulsively gets in the way of progress. That's what that means. Sometimes your desires, what you want, ain't always what you need. Sometimes what's good to you ain't good for you, Anthony. You feel me? So you gotta do something to do something. If you knew something, you'd do something. What about Moon sextile the Ascendant? You're comfortable in your own skin. You're comfortable with who you are. There's nothing fake about you. And that makes other people comfortable around you also.
You're an easy person to talk to. You're an easy person to get along with and work with because you're real. And you're somebody who's comfortable in your own skin. And so there's a certain amount of genuinity that really parlays out into people being comfortable in your presence. So that helps you out a lot. And you express yourself especially well. That's what that would mean. If that's you, whoever that is.
They made it.
Tina Claire Marie, I'm just answering questions. Do you have any questions? Ask some questions. We're vibing and Kool-Aid and answering questions. It's hump day. I'm just here to keep it jumping. I'm here to set the tone. We'll be back on Friday with a top 5. Tomorrow I take off to do creative things or to handle things as far as business. I have to make sure that I'm progressively moving forward in all of my endeavors. And you are late to the party. We're an hour and a half in, but we're going to be here for another hour and a half at least. So you just sit right there. Cool it. Yeah. I'm vibing unless there's questions. I'll sit here and vibe the whole time, but I will answer questions as they come. If we chillin', we chillin'.
This is crazy.
You said, is something bothering me? No. Anthony, you said, what does it mean if your 4th house is ruled by Pisces and you have Neptune in the 1st? I mean, your 4th house is ruled by Pisces. That could mean a lot of different things. It could mean that you grew up in a confusing environment where you weren't like directly raised by your parents. It could mean that you were raised by your parents, but they were not always available. It could mean that your parents were just artistic. It could mean that one of your parents passed away. It could mean that there was a lot of unconditional love, but there was also a lot of bullshit in your house. There wasn't a lot of trust. You couldn't really trust the situation because you never really got the full picture of what was going on. It could mean that you were raised in foster care or by step parents or by a grandparent. Neptune in the first house, that just basically means that people see whatever they want to see in you. So you have to be careful what you allow people to see in you, because that can see you operating into unrealistic expectations, or it could just have you reacting to projections. So there's a lot with that. You said anti-vertex, Pisces in the first house. Then that just means that you got to show people, people bring out the realness and the consistency in you. You being in relationships with people that lets people know who you really are and that you're somebody who can be counted on and depended on. Other than that, people just, they underestimate you, or they, like I said with Neptune in the first house, they just don't really know who you are. But it takes people to really get to know you and to know you one-on-one, for people to really see how real you are, how consistent you are, how reliable you are, how much care you put into whatever you're caring about in life. But other than that, people get misperceptions of who you are. And you might even be fine with that. You might even be fine with it. They underestimate the fire. Hold on, y'all. Don't fuck with me. Hit the fucking like button if you haven't hit the like button. Anthony said, what does it mean if your moon has progressed into from Aquarius to Aries? You're a lot more passionate than you used to be. Your feelings are operating a lot more on the surface. They used to be just beyond your reach, but it's like now they're there and you can't hide them. You can't escape them. You used to be a little detached from emotions, but right now it sometimes feels like, damn, it's almost natural for you to act out of emotion, and you're just a lot more assertive than you were. You're a lot more, and through that, a lot more honest. And you weren't fake before. It's just like your feelings were hard for you to explain, but right now you say exactly how you feel. You show exactly how you feel. That's what that means. That was weird, bro. Pause. Pause. You can't put me in your motherfucking pocket. Pause. Come on, bro. Nah, fuck that. That was Diddy, bro. Whew. That was Diddy. I'm just chilling, fam. I'm answering questions. We chilling, we vibing. Yeah.
This is crazy.
Give me faith. Hold on, I'm answering this, Raven. I'm still answering any questions y'all have, but let me send this text real fast. Just vibe. Give me faith.
Damn, Duke. This is juicy. This is juicy.
So yeah, y'all, we need to vibe more. Y'all just so quiet today, and I'm fine. We can just sit here emotionally. But if you have any questions, I'm here. Anything about astrology or numerology or anything else, we streaming for a whole nother hour and a half at least, maybe 2. So I'm here to serve you. Sorry, I got group in. What's up, Gabby Williams? You said what alignment is best to get married under? That would have to be in your chart specifically. That would be specific to you and situations for you, catered to you specifically. There's not a universal time for everybody. You know, Libra is great for that, especially when Venus is in Libra, but Venus ain't in Libra. But you would have to see how this is in relation to your chart. Pick a day. You gotta look at your chart. When's your birthday? What's your rising sign? Look for Jupiter and even Saturn influences if you want it to last a long time. Leo rising, Gemini sun, Aquarius moon. Well, what degree is your sun, Gabby? So yeah. Oh, so when Jupiter is going to retrograde, right? So this is going to give it perfect timing for you. So Jupiter is going to retrograde. It's at 21 degrees right now, but it's going to station retrograde next month. All right? And I don't know how long you want your engagement to be, but you can start to look to when Jupiter comes back in 28 degrees of Gemini. And so that would be probably about a year from now. I know that sounds crazy, but probably a little less than a year from now. So yeah, about a year from now. So that's where we're at. Let me look. Just for you, I'm gonna look. Let me see. I have my device in hand so I can check it out for you. Hold on. Let me check this out for you because I got... Let's see, 2025. No, that's July 13th, 2025. So it's going to be before July. In May or at the beginning of June. So in May or at the beginning of June, somewhere around there. At the end of May, at the beginning of June, or somewhere in those. The first week or two of June or at the end of May would be the best time. Because that's when Jupiter is going to be given his most most awesome blessings for you. And Saturn will be getting ready to move into Aries. And Aries is good with Leo, Gemini, and Aquarius. So that helps in that situation for you. And if you want to look on the other end of that, Saturn is also, Aquarius is on the other end of that, Leo. So yeah, that right there. So May and June. So this is where we're at with this. But yeah, it's my pleasure. So yeah. Sorry, I'm waiting on the text to come through from somebody. We're having an intense discussion, so. So yeah. Anthony, you said, does it mean anything if your 7th house ruler is in your 9th house? It can mean blessing. It could mean that you learn a lot from those experiences and from your relationships. Your relationships help you a lot with your spiritual journey too, I would say. It's been one of them days. What's up, Remy Rains? Is that who that is? No. That's KSB. Excuse me. What's up?
Any more questions while we're here? I don't know what's going on with my music, cuz. Can't see anything. Oh, there it is. Let's start that over right there. It's different lifestyle circumstances. Just vibe. Hold on, I'm reading something. I'll be right back. Now back to great conversation, man. I love when some beautiful stuff happens between men, bro. Jupiter in Virgo with Saturn in the 7th house. You're very picky in particular about who you deal with. And that helps you be involved with the right people, that y'all can be mutually beneficial and healthy for each other. It just, you take your time and you make sure that you pick correctly when it comes to who you deal with personally on a very personal level. And so when it comes to your one-on-one interactions, you might be cool with everybody, but for you to be really, for whoever that is, I don't know if that's you, but for whoever that is, for them to be cool with anybody significantly, it takes time, because there's particular stuff that they're very particular about in what they express to people and who they allow into their life. And so it might take them a lot longer to develop bonds with people, but those bonds that they have are both healthy and mutually beneficial. fucked up. It's fucked up. I can't take the pain. Man, I'm caught top down, leather seats in the rain. It's a shame, but fuck slit my wrist. I'm gon' ride in the ship like this. It's fucked up. Yeah. This life I'm living is fucked up. Fucked up like my life been the whole fucking trip. I swing and ride and sip, cause no telling when I'm gon' slip and fall. Y'all done left me every time I need a pickup. They repossess my pickup. Nigga gonna roll that stick up. This bullshit and leaving. Let me quit. On this bullshit. One day I'm gonna write that down and actually do the song and record it and everything and sing it right, be on key, tweak it however I need to tweak it. But right now I just be bullshitting with it. I've memorized the verses to it because I've rapped it so many times, but I've never written them down and I've never recorded it, so I should.
This is crazy.
Now, any more questions? We vibing like a motherfucker today. It just ain't been real fucking active, has it? That's all right too, though. Sometimes it's like that. Sometimes you just need to chill. I'm here to answer any questions, but other than that, we just chilling, streaming, as these youngsters do. If I really wanted to get official, I'd take these off, put these on. Remember, my ears crooked? No, there we go. Yeah, we'll switch it up for a minute. Now, Dane that sent me graduation pictures of my daughter. She's graduating this year. That shit's crazy, bro.
Sci-fi fantasy girl's doing her hair. Do your hair. I'm doing my hair too. Yeah, my little girl. Growing up. My baby finna graduate this year. That shit crazy, bro. Because I mean, I'm older, obviously, but I don't like to have two grown kids. And then when I look at my sons and I see how much they're growing, it's like, dang, bro, like, this shit is crazy. Like, literally crazy. Hold on, I gotta stand up real fast. As a matter of fact, I'll be right back in 1 minute. In 1 minute. I need to let the dog out real fast. I'll be right back. If my foot ain't stuck. What's up, man? Y'all ain't got no question. What are we doing? Just vibe. Dang, hold up, Beats. You need to remake this one. Make it longer.
Perfect.
Hold up, I ain't even listen to this one. Hold up, bro. Beats, you need to make this one about 5 minutes long. This is fresh air.
Perfect.
Yeah. Just up, Heather? What's up, Heather? Make room for her. Heather, at least you ain't mad at me no more. I'm so happy you ain't mad no more. But let me ask you this. Because, you know, I'm a water sign. I can't let things go. You said some shit and I don't want to let it go. You said, you learned a lot about you and me, or you learned a lot from when we had that little... What did you mean by that? Or it told you a lot or something? What did you mean by that? Are you saying you changed your perception of things? Or are you saying it changed your perception of me? This one too, bro. You need to make this one longer too. We just gonna vibe the whole time if y'all ain't got questions. I'm here to answer questions. Hold up. Anthony asked the question. My bad, Anthony. You said, what does Jupiter trine Neptune mean? It means you can make dreams come true. It means if you believe, you can achieve. It means that you have a particular set of skills. But for real though, you have some divine gifts, Jupiter trine Neptune. Now you can also overinflate situations, and your idealism can be dangerous. But you can also make things happen in the sectors that other people can't because you believe. So you can see incomparable results.
This is crazy.
By Black.
I'm feeling myself today. I don't know what it is, but I'm feeling myself today. But if only you could feel me so much. If only you could feel me so much. If only you could. If only you could. This one too, Beats. No, this one's long enough. Hold on, let me start over.
This is crazy.
Aww.
By Black.
Heather Nielsen. I shouldn't have said it. I told you I shouldn't have. I apologize a lot of times. I shouldn't have said it. And we've been here for years. For fucking years. Sci-Fi Fantasy Girl said, what does Jupiter conjunct Saturn in the 7th house mean for your life? I already told you what that means. I answered that specifically. I already answered that. In Virgo, I already answered that. It tells me you're very picky about the people you deal with personally. But when you do finally get involved with somebody, it's not only mutually beneficial, but it's usually healthy. I answered it a long time ago. That's exactly what I said. That deals specifically with the people that you deal with. And so with Jupiter conjunct to Saturn, you make wise decisions about the people that you get involved with, both in relationships or just in your interpersonal dynamics with people. And so ultimately, you being so picky, that does allow you to get involved with people who are going to help you and who you can help, but also where it's something that's worth it and it's healthy. It's just like you just don't fuck with everybody. There might be people who know you, I mean, who recognize you, but when it comes to the people that you deal with personally, you're very, very picky and particular about. I said everyone. I said peculiar, picky and particular about who you give your energy to and who you entertain. Anyway, man, this one right here. Hold up, bro. We'll have to look at that one in a minute. It's just that singing part. Let me do it again. Let me do it again. That bitch is jamming.
Crazy.
Beat by Black.
Yeah, that bitch is jamming. Anybody else have any more questions? Preguntas. How important are progress charts in astrology? As important as you allow them to be. You know, all of it in its own way is still it's only as influential as you allow it to be. It's still projectional. And so as far as progressions, like I can see some of the stuff and the themes that they play out in my life, but I don't relate in a lot of ways. Like in my progression chart, well, maybe my sun is in Leo in the 12th house. I mean, not in the 12th house, in the 11th house now. It's just starting to come into the 11th, the 10th or the 11th. I might have to look again, but I think it's in the 10th, about to go into the 11th. And yeah, I guess I can see that because I am about my career. I am about what I do publicly now more than anything else. But that doesn't take away from me being a Cancer. You know, in my natal chart, I'm a Cancer sun, 9th house. And spirituality is still my whole journey. So yeah. My moon is in Cancer in the 10th house, though. So that might make a lot of sense, too, now that I start thinking about it. But my Venus in Virgo in the 12th house, I do see that. My progressed Venus went from in Leo in the 10th house to Virgo in the 12th house, and I definitely can see that. I can see how my Mercury is in Virgo in the 12th house. I can definitely see that. Hold on. This is my favorite one too, bro. Just that saxophone part, bro. Hey, I need some of y'all to hit that super sticker, that super thanks, that super chat for real. I got a quota I need to meet for YouTube so I can get paid this month. I'm about $15 off. So we need to get that. We need to get that before the 30th. And it'd be best if we got it today. No, Gabby. I appreciate the Cash App love. I need it for YouTube here. Not you. You don't have to, but yeah, I needed somebody to hit that for the super chats. That's what I was talking about, the super chat. Thank you for the Cash App love, though. Now, ooh, that bitch right there. That bitch is so official, bro. That's a vibe. Right there got me wanting to rap in my head. That bitch.
This is crazy.
Super crazy.
Perfect.
might be my favorite. This might be my favorite. This might be my favorite. See, I just came to vibe, if anything else, today. You might need that. Just to sit here and be in our feelings. Or start reminiscing about the shit you've been through. Like, I lost my mom on 39th Street. Has it too. Like, I lost my mom on 39th Street to hepatitis C. I'm trying to think of the rap I'm gonna sing to it. I lost my mom on 39th Street to hepatitis C. Susan Turner like to speak, but rightfully I like to read. I like to. Alright, I ain't gonna rap. I'm just fucking around. I ain't gonna do no fucking rapping. But I'm here to answer any questions you may have. I'm just playing. I'm about to get cussed out by my baby mama. It's happening. It's happening. I keep coming to the wrong part. Hold on, let me see. See, that's the part to rap to right there. Like that, you say. I lost my mom on 39th Street to hepatitis C. Susan Turner like to speed, but rightfully... I see, I fucked up right there. I'm trying to get it. I can't spit that shit out, nigga. You say, I lost my mom on 39th Street to hepatitis C. Hold up. Damn, my son is sick. He finna try to get the whole house sick. God damn. Hell no. Hell no. Hell no. She could say. Let me say it back one more time. I lost my mom on 39th Street to hepatitis C. Susan Turner like to speed, but Rodrigo T, I like the weed. Rightfully, I moved in with my daddy over mama's dead body. Jesse Lee is a crack fiend and his habit hardly fed Roddy. Dead bodies and empty stomachs, still I jumped in the game. 7 years later, no paper, I'm still beating my pen with fame. It's nothing changed, it's no shame, I'm plagued by my wrong decisions. I'm acting on my feelings, several failures, several missions. I'm fucking up, I'm all off beat and everything. I'm all off beat and everything. You gotta get on beat with it though. You gotta find something to ride in that bitch. Life. Hold up, I gotta sing this text. Just fine. No, I perfect. That's why it's best to write to that beat. That's what I do when I'm writing new songs. I write to the beat, but fitting it something like that, because that definitely ain't the freestyle. That's something that because it's life bit life, and it made me think of that verse. Freestyling is way different. I'm from Texas. If I freestyle from Texas, it's gonna be a whole bunch of coming down and coming through, and man, hold up. Hold up, I ain't never even heard this one, bro.
Perfect.
Oh, that bitch live right there too. That bitch is, now that's my favorite. Now that's my favorite. We just vibing, but now that's my favorite. Anybody have any questions while we're here? It's been an interesting day, bro. They tripping in my group. Yeah, I be having favorites. I be playing favorites.
Beat by Black.
This is crazy.
Yeah. Lenita says she wants to do something about the sound of freedom. That's how life is in some situations sometimes.
JP Productions.
Sorry, my head. Are y'all seeing my head? Just a second. There's lots of stuff that's important to buy. I need to buy stuff for my kids right now. This is why I need y'all to hit this super chat right now.
JP Productions.
I need about 2 of y'all to do $10 a piece to the super chat, or 5 of y'all to do $4. 10 of y'all to do $2. There's only 9 people in here right this minute. I don't know what the fuck's going on. There's important shit to buy. The school just messaged me, said my son is up there throwing up. Fuck. And I can't even go get him. I can't even go get him, man. That's what the sad part is.
JP Productions.
Super sad. Yeah, I mean, I hope he gets well quick, but I hope he don't try to spread that shit to me. He came in yesterday. Y'all saw me take his temperature yesterday. He came in. He said he was feeling better today. He went to school, but man, he's just now getting to play football. Sometimes I think he be just trying not to. He be saying he's throwing up because he don't want to go to football practice. He wants to come home and go to church tonight, and that's fine. But it's because his little girls. Yeah, I think he don't want to go to football practice. He's a Leo. Y'all Leos can be lazy. Y'all Leos can be lazy as fuck. Y'all can be dedicated, like loyal to the team, but you can also be lazy as a motherfucker. So, speaking of crystals, I want y'all to check out Blue Aliens, but y'all also need to check out DaY Tragabalas. She has some badass crystals, but she also she works very, very heavily with Santa Muerte. Yeah. And so you do got to be careful. She's a powerful individual. One of the most powerful people I ever met. You also have to go check out Whispers of the Mind, only on Patreon. That's Darian. That's my niece. She does her thing. Also, Losnell Hypnosis. That's my other niece. And she does hypnosis. You don't think people are striving for peaceful souls? It's possible. Matter of fact, it's probable. Not just possible, probable. Y'all check out Mercurial Wonder Astrology on Facebook and Patreon. That's an awesome astrologer. She's a Virgo sun, Scorpio moon, so she's super analytical and critical, and she gets all technically into it and shit. And she really has a great understanding of things. And we were looking at each other's charts the other day, and I didn't say anything to her, but she was interpreting my chart and telling me some stuff, and I was just like, yeah, I never looked at it like that because I didn't dissect it that much further. I got an overall understanding of what that influence was for me. And so I was talking about specific placements, and she was like, well, I can see that in these other placements. And I was like, well, tell me. And then she told me, and then it did make a little bit of sense. And it's a completely different perspective than my own, so I definitely respected it. Y'all still talking about that documentary? I don't want to see anything like that. I don't like seeing shit like that. I know it's real and it happens every day, but me personally, I just, I'd rather not be privy to it. vibe all day. It's been quiet, vibey. Sorry. I might be here tomorrow. I probably won't though. I like to take creative days for Thursdays. I like to dedicate Thursdays to coming up with creative concepts to drop another video soon, a recorded video of some such. I got to get back into the swing of that. To start exploring other platforms. To come up with my top 5 for Friday and write it. But it takes some time to put those together. I don't want you to ever get it twisted. That's, you know, that takes some time for me to really sit back and figure out what I'm gonna do, and then figure out which placements are gonna be in the top 5. Then put them in order, and then from there, put together some comprehensive interpretations for each one of those. So it ain't easy. These people tripping, man. What the fuck is going on today? These motherfuckers is on some messy shit. Hold on. They beefing in my group. What the fuck? This shit crazy. Let me see what's going on. Crazy. Hit the super sticker, the super thanks, and the super chat immediately. So let me tell y'all the story. I told this in my Facebook group, but I gotta tell it to y'all. This is what happens when you're dealing with the Venus and Scorpio. Here's some Venus and Scorpio shit. And my wife is Venus and Scorpio, right? And so, here's the thing. She's a Capricorn too. She has, I got you, Aunt, hold on. She has cameras in every room of the fucking house. There's a camera on me right fucking now, right there. This is my office. There's a fucking camera right there. The dining room, the kitchen, the living room, the hallway, just the bathrooms in the boys' room. She even has one in their own room, right? And so there's cameras in all of the rooms. And so one night, I get the urge to, and so I'm fixing to. I decide I'm going to unplug the camera so I can jack off. so I can play with myself without the eyes of God on me, right? And so I go and I unplug it. And so I guess I forgot to plug it. I don't know what happened, but the next day, as my sons came home, she cornered all of us, and she said, "Who turned the cameras off last night?" And we all said, "I don't know." We all said, "I don't fucking know. No, I don't know." And so she said, "All right." She's like, "Well, because whoever unplugged it didn't plug it back in." She's like, "I found it just sitting there on the cabinet. It's not like it fell out, because if the plug fell out, it would just be hanging there. But it's sitting nicely on top of the cabinet. So somebody unplugged it." And she said, "So who did it?" We said, "We don't know." And so a few hours later, I walked into the room as she was going to bed, and she said, to me specifically, she said, "Rodrigo, who unplugged the cameras?" And I looked at her, I said, "I don't know." And she said, "Yes, the fuck you do, because it was you." And then she proceeded to show me a video of me looking like Winnie the Pooh with just a shirt on, no bottoms, no nothing. Just looking like Winnie the Pooh unplugging the camera. And she said, "What you don't understand is I have cameras on the cameras." I said, "What? That's some crazy ass shit." She said, "Yeah, I have cameras on the cameras." And obviously she did, because there was a picture of me from another angle. I mean, a video of me from another angle, fucking unplugging the camera, looking like Winnie the Pooh, with my meat all hanging out the bottom of my shirt and everything else. That shit was crazy, bro. She didn't say anything about that. I guess she put two and two together, but she she let me know she knew it was me. That's what happens when you're dealing with a Venus and Scorpio. Like, what the fuck do you mean? You have cameras on the cameras.
This is crazy.
Yeah, I mean, it's uncomfortable, and I argued against it. But when you're dealing with a Capricorn and they do that, it's like a manipulation. Okay, well, if you have a problem with it, what are you trying to hide? What are you doing in here? You're gonna say, like, "No, I want some privacy. Like, I'm a grown ass man. Like, this is stupid." Hell, there's times I'll be sitting here and she'll be. I remember one time I was on the phone and I was in a group chat for my Facebook group, and we were all in the chat, and I was smiling and laughing at the chat because it was a video call or whatever. And she called me anyway. Pardon me. She called me while I was in it, and I answered it, and she said, "I have a package at the door." And I said, "Okay, I have a reading to do." And she was like, "Well, maybe you should get on top of that reading instead of sitting there smiling at your motherfucking phone." I'm like, "God damn, you sitting there watching me through the cameras?" Like, man, that's some crazy shit. And she's a Capricorn. She's gonna go in there, and even though this is my business, she's gonna tell me that I need to be getting to work. You just be sitting here, and all of a sudden, out of the blue, you hear her voice coming through the camera talking about, "It doesn't look like you're working to me," because they also have microphones. So from wherever she is in the world, she can talk through that cameras. "It doesn't look like you're fucking working to me." Heather don't want the 360 app because she be, "You really a freak." Yeah, you don't want the 360 app because you ain't gonna behave. Yeah, the voice just come out of nowhere. Need to get off my motherfucking jaw. Niggas think it's a game. Get off my motherfucking jaw. Come here, baby. But yeah, she be. You hear Hear that shit come out of blue, the motherfucking camera on your motherfucking ass. Just eliminated all jack-off sessions. I hear you. You're perfectly behaved, but perfectly behaved has different standards for different people. What do you hear? Did you hear something? What is it? Nobody's knocking. But yeah, with all them fire placements, I highly doubt you're perfectly behaved. You might not be a cheater, but I highly doubt you're perfectly behaved. You just want to be able to do whatever the fuck you want to do without repercussions. And you probably play with yourself a lot. You probably play with yourself a lot. The Life 360 app helps sometimes. We got Life 360. I don't have it on me. I'm the only one. I don't have Life 360 on me because I don't go anywhere. I'm always at home. If I do go somewhere, it's with my family. So there's no need for me to have Life 360, but they all do. I don't even have the app. They look at it with each other. I don't have the app, and I'm not on it. They have the app and they're on it, but they keep tabs on each other. But my sons have lost their phones and stuff like that, so that has been essential in us finding their devices, and in me knowing that my son's not in trouble. Chief, shut up. So that's been actually pivotal in that whole process. Who is it, Chief? Come here. Come here. You must need to go out. You got about 15, 20 minutes. Junior will be here. So we'll see what happens. Anybody else have any more questions? It's been real chill. I'm not going to be chill. I'm going to teach something from now on. I'm going to have to come live left and teach something more. But I need somebody to hit that super sticker, that super thanks, or that super chat, like immediately. For real, I need to hit this quota. Hey, what's up, baby? He's my baby. Come here. He's my baby. Come here. Come here. Come here, Chief. Oh, he's a good boy. He's my dog and him's good boy. You doing something that you trying to hide, Heather. We on it's Venus in Scorpio. We're gonna find out. Oh, we're gonna find the fuck out. We will know. I'm so goddamn hungry right now. So what happens when you turn into a big back? Now I'm a big back for real. So we got 12 minutes. Anybody got anything they want to say? Yep, can't even wank it in peace nowadays. I can't. Watkins Cat House. What the fuck are you doing and where the fuck you been? Venus just started doing this the last couple of days. So if it's started happening the last couple of days, that's possible. If it's something that's been in a process that's lasted before that, probably not. It's just something that she's going through personally. There's probably some other stuff. I'd have to know everything else in her chart to really look at it. You've been going through it. You ain't been going through it. You always going through it. And I'm not minimizing it. Well, maybe it is Venus. I'm not minimizing anything. Venus is affecting you too because of your moon. Venus has been right there on your moon, Tawny. Well, I mean, yeah, that's a hard process for them babies. That's a very hard process for them babies. You just gotta give her the best support as possible, as much as possible, and you know, understand this is a whole process. I'm sorry to hear that. So you saw your ex today in court. I was about to mess with you. I ain't gonna mess with you. Is he looking happy and healthy, or is he look miserable like you want him to? Did you tell him to break bread or fake dead, nigga? Or if you gotta tell him break bread or fake dead, nigga. Damn, Milanita didn't cry. She just went off and did drugs. See, look, your dream, you're manifesting beautiful things, Tawny. Did you feel sorry for him? Yes. Because you have compassion. You feel sorry for him? Yes. I know you. I know you. Divorce was hard on me even when I was a kid with my parents. I never didn't want that to happen. But that divorce wasn't as hard as having a fucking stepdaddy. That's the worst thing. I didn't have, I had a fucked up stepdaddy. I knew you felt sorry for him. I told you you were going to, did I not? Just tell me I'm right. I don't want to hear nothing else. Just tell the truth. I was right. Just say, Roderick, you were right. Rodrigo, correcto. Just say it, because I told you, dude. What did I tell you months ago? I said, you're going to feel sorry for him. When it comes down to it, you're going to feel sorry for him. I told you. 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 That old Pisces moon heart gonna get you. Did you tell him, come on home, we'll get you right? I told you. Somebody hit the super sticker, the super thanks, or the super chat. You're making this harder than it has to be.
It's super hard. You wanted to, you said a million words by dropping them charges. You said that you have compassion in your heart, not for him, but for life, period. And that's not a bad thing. I've never want any of us to feel weak because of our compassion. Never that. I mean, the only thing that's in Gemini is Jupiter. The only thing in Gemini is Jupiter. Jupiter can be sloppy or reckless right now. Jupiter does too much. Yeah, I don't know. I can't think of anything that would be in Gemini. You said back on the 22nd, nothing. Where's the moon at right now? Cancer. Yeah, the Cancer. It was moon in Gemini too. So I mean, that's what it was. Moon in Gemini, Jupiter in Gemini. That together can be very boisterous. Boisterous. They have a big ass dog though. It's not just a regular dog. It's not just a regular dog. It's a fucking mastiff. It's a humongous ass fucking dog. So it's all within the realm of possibility. So we got 2 minutes. I appreciate everybody's love and support. This has been great. I'm finna go. If you need anything, just add me. I might be back tomorrow, but I probably won't. I'll definitely be back Friday with a top 5. Yeah. I'm appreciative of everybody. If you're interested in any readings, you need to get at me immediately because I need the fucking money. For real. In some way, form, or fashion, I need the fucking money. I need that money. That's all my readings fashion. So get at me in my email, mr.turner1300@gmail.com. Understand, no matter what happens, just because you're built like that, you ain't got to build like that.
That means we all have all of this energy available to us. What you do with it is what you do with it. And even beyond that, it's not about what you do, it's about how you do it. And that's some priceless knowledge in itself. And this is priceless knowledge of self. Does anybody have anything they want to say? You have about 1 minute to say it. Speak now or forever hold your peace. I've been here as long as I can be for free. Anybody have anything to say? Oh, it was the German Shepherd. It wasn't Mammoth. Excuse me. It was the Shepherd. Shepardo, Topatardo, Copardo, Supelantos. It's been my pleasure. We finna go. Much love to y'all. I appreciate you.